Good afternoon. My name is Diane Sexton. I am with the Johnsonville City Bartlett County Public Library System. I'm the library director. This is my budget pitch for 2024. So our library, we have 32 branches, 6 mobile service units, and outreach programs. Specifically, we work with local nursing homes and jails to give them materials. So our local funders would be the mayor's office. Statewide, we look for grants and tax-based aid. And then federal, we look for grants and we get some funding from the Institute of Museum and Library Services. A small amount of our funding comes from inner fundraising. So our level funded budget, we would be asking for $20,167,880, and that would be just about the same budget as we had last year. Some highlights of this budget: we can retain about 99% staff while still giving them their mandatory raise. And excitedly, we could also prioritize other areas and give funds to other areas. For this budget, as you will see across all budgets, there is a decrease in print materials and an increase in electronic materials as we try to support our mission of appealing to a more modern user. This fund has a decrease in building materials, which we desperately need building materials after extensive building damage. So this budget, again, has a decrease in print materials. Also has 8 layoffs, which may not seem like a lot of people, but right now we need to retain all employees as we are starting a new initiative to have equitable branch hours, which includes extending some branch hours. There's no cuts to any operating expenses in this, but there's no increase either. So our 3% increase, there's no layoffs here, which is needed for our increased hours initiative. There is a decrease in print materials, but not as high a decrease as the other budgets call for. And we were able to allocate $200,000 to building maintenance, which is needed for rebuilding. And you can see the figure up in the top right that we were asking for. So this is the budget that we are going to ask for funded. Why we think this is reasonable and beneficial. We need to keep all our staff in order to have equitable hours across branches, and this is the only budget which lets us do so. As I stated before, we can increase electronic materials while cutting less print materials, which lets us appeal to both user bases. Also, more electronic materials makes us more attractive to local colleges who we want to start interlibrary loans with as a somewhat long-term goal. Further, the building damage after the storm was out of our control and requires extensive staff time, energy, and stress as we go through rebuilding, and everyone will be able to perform better if this is fixed quicker. So why you should fund us: the consequences of not and the benefits of doing so kind of go together. So consequence would be no extra budget for building maintenance, which increases staff stress, decreases morale, and takes a lot of time. While if you do give us this fund, we have not only steady but extra funds to put into this building maintenance, which rebuilds us back to status quo. We will lose staff at a time we need them for new efforts, where if you do fund this, we will be able to keep all staff, which is necessary to start our initiative. The reason that is important is because part of our mission is to offer equitable access, which we are not currently doing with our library hours, as well as it will help us look better in the media, as right now we are dealing with media backlash from that. We will have a major decrease in print materials if we do not have this budget. While if we do, we will still have a decrease in print materials because that's part of our plan, but it will not be as severe. Thank you so much for listening today. Just to reiterate, this budget we think is ideal for our company, and in doing so, we were able to allocate resources that we need. The reason it's up from last year are reasons like our new initiative, which we need staff, and there's a 2% raise, and maintenance budget, as we said, there was no way to plan for or know that so much damage would be done. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.